Hello friends, welcome to DelPro Farm Manager tutorial. I'm Gurpreet Singh from DeLaval. This is a short video for the introduction of DelPro Farm Manager software. And this software has a lot of things in it for dairy herd management. I'm trying my best to keep it as short as possible. So please watch the full video till end so that you can understand most of the features of DelPro software. Basically, it all revolves around you. When I say you, it means the dairy farm. And it is perfect software to manage all your day-to-day activities related to animals and other dairy farming activities in the software. It gives you a 360-degree view of the farm. It means you manage animal data, and hence it is related to animal welfare. It is giving you the farm profitability data as well. It helps you to manage the farm margins. It helps you to gauge the efficiency of animals, of employees of the farm, and your management decisions as well. And above all, it helps you to manage your food safety. When I say food safety, it means it has the option to ensure that only good quality milk is collected in the tank. And the milk, which is of not good quality, can be separated very easily. So please spend some time on this slide. It is showing here that DelPro Farm Manager is compatible and integrated to a lot of other herd automation devices. For example, there can be different types of parlor. It can be one parlor or multiple parlors. There can be system connected kitchen, or you can say system connected feed center. There can be weighing scale, activity system, sort gate, different types of milk measurement, cell, somatic cell counter, etc. So all these automation devices or sensors are first connected to the system controller, and then system controller is integrated with the computer which has DelPro Farm Manager software in it. And further, there is an option to access the software data uh, outside the farm. When you are not in the farm, or the people who are not in the farm, they can access the DelPro data if required. Above all, this software is handling all three things, which is animal, man, machine, and it is scalable to any herd size. Be it a farm of just 5 cows or it's a farm of 500,000 cows. This software can help you for any size of herd size. And the data of DelPro software can be integrated or synchronized with any third-party software with very easy plugins. And there are a lot of support tools within DelPro software. If we move further, the same slide telling us that DelPro has 5 pillars. One is milking, feeding, reproduction, health, and performance. Further, you can access it on the main DelPro computer, or you can access it within the Parlour using the touch screen. We call it DelPro IDD. When you are not in the farm, you can use DelPro RFC. RFC stands for Remote Farm Connection. And you can use any device. It can be a laptop, it can be iPad, or it can be even a mobile phone, smartphone, to access DelPro computer. And when you are inside the farm, DelPro Companion is one of the best mobile application, and you can see individual animal data as well as you can update the data of animal right then and there when you are in the barn, and it is synchronized with DelPro computer with the help of Wi-Fi router. So guys, when we open the software, this is the first screen which we see. We call it monitor board. Many people call it as dashboard. So you can call it the way you like it. Uh, if you see, it is divided into three parts. The right side, where we see a pie chart, it is a herd summary of your farm, where in this example, we can see that there are 710 animals, out of which 316 are in milk, 32 cows are dry cows, 349 is young stock, which includes female calves and heifers, and 13 male animals. Below that, There are graphs. 23% heifers are pregnant, 45% cows are pregnant, and the average days in milk is 166. It is a deciding factor for milk production level, and so that is why this parameter is right there on the dashboard. And then we have 100% replacement rate available. It means we have 100% heifers ready for us, uh, who can replace the older cows when required. Below that, we have certain reminders. You can call it a kind of calendar like we use in Outlook or some other um, applications. So many reminders will pop up automatically. For example, vaccination protocols, and many reminders we can put manually. For example, if one person of our farm is going on leave for 2 weeks, so we can put a reminder here, and just 5 7 days before he is about to leave the farm, we will get a pop-up here. Accordingly, we will manage our duties so that everything is managed. So guys, this is a good thing that we get a reminder in time. The central part of a monitor board has 3 or 4 different graphs. The upper graph is showing us the milk production of last 7 days. It tells us about milk production, number of cows milked, and the average yield per cow. And then we have, in the middle section, we have a graph which tells us for how many hours our parlor is working. Just beside this graph, we have another graph which shows what is the feed consumption in the farm. This graph will work if we have automatic calf feeder or automatic feed station in the farm or in parlor feeding. And below that, the most important graph for any farm manager. The bottom graph is for 30 days, and in last 30 days, we can see which group of milking cows is performing how well. And we can compare multiple groups of cows in respect to the milk production or average milk production. The each color, like red color, is a different group. The dotted blue line is the average of all milking cows. So guys, this graph gives us a good view to understand whenever we make any change in the feed plan, or whenever we make any change in the cow comfort level in the farm, very next day this graph tells us the impact on milk production. So in long run, we get very good idea by looking at this graph, what kind of decision should be taken for what kind of group. When I say group, it means milking cow group. And on the left section, we have different reports. And here we get the information for individual cows. For example, how many cows need to be checked for what purpose in terms of reproduction, in terms of milk production, in terms of treatments, etc. Plus, we get alarms for last 24 hours. If we miss any cow from milking, or a cow was not supposed to be milked but she was milked, like a cow is not in a milking group but she is still milked, such alarms are pop up automatically here, and it helps to manage the groups effectively. So you can see that this monitor board gives you ample information for your everyday decision making, and it gets refreshed automatically in the latest version of DelPro. We can set a refresh rate of 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, etc. So accordingly, the complete dashboard will refresh automatically, and always you will get the latest information available here. Similarly, there are many more graphs which makes your job easy. Like in this graph, you would see different triangles with different colors. So the green color is for fresh cows, red color is for the open cows, blue color is for the bred cows, and yellow color is for pregnant cows. And you might notice some orange color as well. Uh, it means at the x-axis I have days since last calving, and on the y-axis I have average days yield for last 7 days. I can see that the red color starts around 60 days after calving, which is okay for me. And most of the breeding starts right here. And I have bred cows till more or less around 140, 150 days after calving. And then I have pregnant cows in my system. But there are certain cows which needs immediate attention. For example, this cow. This is a red triangle. Red means she is still open, and it is approximately 200 days after calving, and she is still open. So if I double click here, it will open the detail of this cow, and then I can see the entire history for this cow. Similarly, I have another cow here which is around 300 days after calving. Then I have blue colors also, though they are inseminated, but still they are not pregnant, even at 300 or 320 days after calving. So easily I can identify what kind of cows need immediate attention for further decision making. This is an example for another graph where I can see for how many hours my parlor is used for milking of the cows. Like in this graph, I can see we are using the parlor for almost 21 hours, and it is excluding the cleaning time. So three times milking, 21 hours milking, and three times cleaning, approximately 24 hours my parlor is utilized. And on the right side again, I have a milk production graph for last 7 days. And below that, I have statistics for yesterday uh, for each milking session, how many number of batches, what was the production in each batch, in 1 hour how much milk I'm harvesting, and in 1 hour how many cows I'm milking. So quickly I have the performance of my milkers as well, and parlor as well. As I mentioned that this one software is connected to all herd management automation, and activity system is one of those automation part. So activity helps us to identify the cows in heat, or identify sick cows as well. It also helps to identify when a cow is going to start the calving. How it works, each cow has activity tag on the neck, and it is recording activity data after every 14 seconds. It sends this data wirelessly to the activity antenna, and which is eventually connected to the system controller. And the system controller is sending the same information to the computer, which has DelPro software. This is an example for activity graph for one cow, where we can see that the average activity is same every day apart from these spikes. And these spikes have occurred after every 21 days, which means here the cow was in heat. And when there is a spike in this graph, system generates an alarm as well. And there are different types of alarms. You can see here in the report, it can be a plus sign or 2 plus or 3 plus sign, and it also tells whether the cow is in heat window or not. So it gives us a very good information that out of 200 cows, how many cows I need to be checked today for possible heat detection. Similarly, when cow is getting sick, her body movements will decrease, and it immediately captures the relative activity. And in the reports we can see that the relative activity has gone down, and it tells us by what percentage it is down. We can immediately check that cow, and we can give in-time treatment to save the cost of major treatments. So this is how activity system helps us. Another example of automation is the sort gate. There are different types of sort gate. When I say different types, means two-way sort gate, three-way sort gate, five-way sort gate. So any kind of sort gate is compatible with DelPro. And we can sort the cow from the parlor. When milker finds any cow to be checked, he can simply press the button on the milking point controller. We can give a command of sorting through DelPro software, or most interestingly, we can configure auto sorting parameter in DelPro software where whenever a parameter is met by a cow, the cow will be sorted automatically. I give you an example. Any cow in the second milking session, which belongs to group number 2, should be separated in the treatment area. So whenever cow comes to the sort gate, and if she is from the same group, she will be sorted to the treatment area automatically, and other cows will go straight to the barn. So it saves the cost of labor, time, everything. Next example is for automatic weighing scale. You can see that cow walks over this scale, and her body weight is recorded in DelPro. And this slide is showing the body condition score camera. This camera is very smart, and it records the body condition score between 1 to 5 in DelPro software. So there are different combinations of automation, and with the combination of different data points, our decision making becomes very easy. Apart from milking data or body weight or body condition score data, now there are options to record the data manually. For example, health data. We can record the data of all the treatments. System gives the option to register the name of drugs, treatments, and it helps when we just select the name of diagnosis. It suggests us what treatment we are giving to other cows with the same diagnosis. And when we talk about an individual cow, it maintains all these different data points for individual cow. General information is like age, in which group she is, what is the 7 days milk average, etc. In events, the entire history of this cow is recorded. It can be history of reproduction, it can be history of treatments, group change, anything which you can think. And milking data, we can see milking data of different sessions. We can see the milking data for a particular day. We can see the milking data for a particular period as well. So you just select the start date, end date, and you will get the milking data. Similarly, all these data points are there when we talk about the individual cow data. Uh, we can set the KPIs for animal performance, like in 305 days, what should be her total milk production, what should be the KPIs for reproduction and feeding, etc. And then we can track our goals, how far we are from the goals. A beautiful function is the herd projection. It knows that in which month how many new calvings will happen, how many cows will be dried off, how many heifers will become cows. So accordingly, it tells you how many cows will be there in milk in a particular month, and approximately how much milk production will be in that particular month. So this feature of DelPro software is really amazing, and you can plan your commitments with the customers by looking at the herd projection feature. Coming next, now we are talking about the reports. So reports, there are n number of reports by default, which you can utilize, which you can use on daily basis or weekly basis, monthly or yearly basis. So some reports we need on daily basis, like milk production or the ongoing treatment. Some reports we need on weekly basis, like cows to be checked for pregnancy, or cows to be checked for group change, etc. Monthly and yearly reports are basically for management, and there is a very good provision to autosave the reports to a particular folder from where it can be pushed to the email as well. So whether you are in the farm or you're outside the farm, the data is with you in the form of reports as well. And these reports can be in the format of PDF or Excel, or all common formats are there in the software. Well, as I mentioned, that there are n number of reports by default, but you can create your own reports as well. There are really n number of options available to make customized reports, and you can give very good color combination. You can give different color formats, and accordingly you will see your reports, and it helps you a lot. Coming to a conclusion, so DelPro Farm Manager, it's all about the integration of different equipment used in the farm. It's all about the profitability of the farm, and it's all about the farmer. Nothing less, nothing more. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I think I was quite fast in this video, but I wanted to make the video a little bit short. Please give me your feedback. And once again, I really thank you for your time. Uh, Catch you again with some new videos soon. Take care. Bye bye.